Good afternoon, girls.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Yeah. So now we have covered types of relations. Okay. Now simultaneously we will see another very special type of relation on which the whole chapter is based actually. Okay. And that relation is called as a partial order relation. Okay. Partial order relation. So as we have seen what is reflexivity, what is symmetry, what is transitivity, we will have a small difference in equivalence relation, and we will have partial order relation. That's why I'm taking it immediately, though it is not shown immediately after the types of relations in the syllabus. Okay. So what is a partial order relation now? Let us first recall what is a symmetric relation. Can anyone tell me what is a symmetric relation? XRY implies YRX, right? Now you are familiar with this notation, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you find that X is related to Y and Y is also related to X, then it is a symmetric relation. But there are certain situations where this is not followed. For example, if we consider X divides Y, that does not imply Y divides X, right? So XRY does not imply YRX, right? So this type of relation is called as antisymmetric relation, okay, which is not symmetric. Do you understand it? Antisymmetric relation we want to see. Or in other words, we say that R is antisymmetric R is antisymmetric if X is related to Y and Y is related to X. This implies X is equal to Y. That means this is possible only when both the elements are same. Okay. For all X, Y belong to S. So will you write the definition of antisymmetric relation now? Let R be a relation defined on a set S. R be a relation defined on a set S. This is your definition. Please write it down. Write down the definition of antisymmetric relation. Let R be a relation defined on a set S. Then R is antisymmetric if X is related to Y and Y related to X together imply X is equal to Y. So this is possible that if X is related to Y, then Y is also related to X. This is possible only when both the elements are same. Are you writing it? Yes, finished writing, girls? The definition? There is no
Yes, ma'am.
answer from your side. Please be quick.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So, for example, let R be the relation defined on set of integers. As x related to y if and only if x divides y for x, y belong to S. Okay. So, set of integers लिया है हमने. So, I will not call this as S. Let me call this as Z. Right? Set of integers is Z. So, let x is related to y. Okay, it implies x divides y. So x divides y means what? Which element is bigger, x or y? Which number is bigger, x or y? Y. It is not x divided by y. It is x divides y. So x is dividing y. That means y is bigger, x is smaller. So y you can write as an integral multiple of x, right? And you have y rx also. Y rx means y divides x. And y divides x means what? Y is equal to k2 times x. So now I am writing, sorry. This should be x is equal to k2 times y. Right? Now I can write x is equal to k2 times y means what? What is y? What you have written for y?
K1.
So this will become k2 k1x. Okay, so x is equal to k1 k2x. So when this is possible, tell me that x is equal to k1 k2. You are in the set of integers. So when this is possible, what should be the values k1 k2 take? K1 and K2 both are integers.
K1, K2 should be 1.
K1, K2 should be 1 only. Yes. K1, K2 product is 1. Okay. And when K1, K2 product will be 1, tell me. They are integers. They are not rational numbers की K1 की वैल्यू अगर हाफ है तो K2 की वैल्यू 2 है. ऐसा चलेगा क्या? ऐसा करने से प्रोडक्ट 1 आएगा, लेकिन K1 is equal to half is not an integer. We want both of them to be integers. Do you understand it? So, ये रैशनल नंबर्स नहीं होंगे तो K1, K2 की वैल्यू क्या होनी चाहिए? What values they should take? K1, K2 1, right? Now we are restricting ourselves to positive integers. In the divisibility of integers, you have written x is equal to minus y भी लिखा होगा आपने. Okay? Because K1 can be minus 1 also. K2 can be minus 1. हमें वो नहीं चाहिए. We are just ignoring that particular fact कि K1, K2 दोनों निगेटिव आए, माइनस 1 आए तो उनका प्रोडक्ट प्लस 1 आएगा. हम प्लस 1 पे we are sticking to that. Okay? K1, K2 का प्रोडक्ट 1 कब आएगा? जब K1, K2 इंटीजर्स हैं. Do you understand my question? This is possible only when K1 and K2 दोनों की वैल्यू क्या है?
K1.
1 आए, है कि नहीं? Yes. तो अगर K1 K2 की वैल्यू 1 आती है, y is K1x. सो y इज x हो गया, k1 की वैल्यू 1 है तो, एंड x इज k2y, दैट मीन्स x इज y. आर यू गेटिंग इट? So x related to y and y related to x together imply x is equal to y. This is called as antisymmetry. Okay. Have you understood this? This is antisymmetric relation. Finished writing or not? तो divides relation कैसा है? It is reflexive, antisymmetric and transitive. Okay. Now we will write the definition of partial order relation. Okay. पार्शियल ऑर्डर रिलेशन की डेफिनेशन अभी लिखते हैं. So we have seen 4 types of relations. Can anyone tell me which 4 types? Yes, be quick. Can anyone tell me which 4 types?
Reflexive
Hmm.
relation, symmetric relation,
Hmm.
transitive relation, equivalence relation.
इक्विवेलेंस तो ये तीनों का मिला के आता है. बेसिक 4 रिलेशंस हमने कौन से देखे? रिफ्लेक्सिव, सिमेट्रिक, ट्रांजिटिव एंड जस्ट नाउ वी हैव सीन एंटीसिमेट्रिक रिलेशन. ओके. एंड देन इनका जो कॉम्बिनेशन है अलग अलग, उससे बनता है इक्विवेलेंस रिलेशन. इक्विवेलेंस रिलेशन मीन्स ऑल 3, रिफ्लेक्सिव, सिमेट्रिक एंड ट्रांजिटिव. And now partial order relation means reflexive, antisymmetric and transitive. Okay, a relation R defined on the set S is called a partial order relation if the first condition is R is reflexive. That is x is related to x for all x belong to S. Second condition is R is antisymmetric. That is x related to y and y related to x implies x is equal to y for all x comma y belong to S. And the third one is R is transitive. That is x related to y and y related to z together imply x is related to z for all x, y, z belong to S. This is called as a partial order relation. Okay. The set S together with partial order relation R the set S together with partial order relation R defined on it is called a partially ordered set. Is called a partially ordered set or simply a poset. क्या कहेंगे हम इसे? Poset. Please remember this word. This is very important. Many times, rather every time, we are going to use posset, posset, posset. Partially ordered set. That means there is some partial order relation defined on it. The relation which is defined on it is reflexive, antisymmetric, and transitive. Finished writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and we denote the posset by S, R. Okay, the set name on which you are defining it and the relation name on which by which you are recognizing the relation. R है, R1 है, जो कुछ है, आपके सेट का नाम A है तो A लिखोगे आप. Okay. Yes. Now, before I forget, I will give you 3 standard examples of partial order relations. Before that, let me just give you this example. Let S be the set of lines in a plane. Okay. Define R. ये एक example बहुत important है. Define R on S as line L1 is perpendicular to line L2. ओके, पैरेलल का हमने देखा है ऑलरेडी. लाइन L1 is related to L2 if and only if L1 is perpendicular to L2. Okay, so please check whether this relation is, check whether R is reflexive, symmetric, transitive or not. Okay, will you do this as a homework? I will quickly tell you. Every line is parallel to itself, but every line is not perpendicular to itself, is it? Girls, every line is perpendicular to itself होता है क्या? नहीं होता है. So this relation is not reflexive. But if line L1 is perpendicular to L2, L1 is perpendicular to L2, does it imply L2 perpendicular to L1? ये आपकी ऐसी दो लाइन्स है, ये L1 है, ये L2 लाइन है. Okay, these two lines you have, they have 90 degrees angle between them. Perpendicular means, so आपने उसे ऐसे देखा घुमा के तो भी आपको perpendicular दिखाई देगा ना. This is same as saying L2 is perpendicular to L1. Yes or no? Yes or no? No response. सब लोग सो गए.
Yes, ma'am.
Lecture is on recording. Please answer my questions. So this relation is symmetric. It is not reflexive, it is symmetric. Is it transitive? L1 perpendicular to L2 and L2 perpendicular to L3. Does it imply L1 perpendicular to L3? Does it imply L2 perpendicular to L1 perpendicular to L3? This is your L1 line.
No, ma'am.
This is your L2 line. Okay, and L2 is perpendicular to L3 means आपको ऐसा कुछ मिलेगा. ये L3 है, then L1 and L3 will become parallel to each other. Okay, they will not be perpendicular to each other. So this is an example where the relation is only symmetric. neither reflexive nor transitive. Okay? So do complete this. Now we will have examples of partial order relation. First one. First example, our divides relation, right? Okay. A relation R on Z defined as XRY if and only if X divides Y is a partial order relation. Right? As X divides Y is a reflexive एंटीसिमेट्रिक, अभी हमने देखा एंटीसिमेट्रिक कैसे है वो, एंड ट्रांजिटिव रिलेशन. Okay, so this is a very standard example, and therefore you can say Z comma divides relation is a posset. Okay. Are you writing it simultaneously? Please be quick. Yes. Second example. Finish the first one.
Yes, ma'am.
Consider R the set of real numbers. Real numbers, okay? And define R on it, or define R1 or R as, confuse नहीं होते हैं, R1 नाम देते हैं. As X are related to Y if and only if X is less than or equal to Y, XY belong to real numbers. XY belong to set of real numbers. Okay, X is less than or equal to Y relation है, तो हमें देखना है ये रिफ्लेक्सिव है क्या, सिमेट्रिक है क्या, एंटीसिमेट्रिक है. When I say less than or equal to, so for any, पहला देखते हैं, for any X belongs to R, X is less equal X होता है कि नहीं? Yes or no? Yes or no? सो गए क्या सारे? Girls, I'm audible or not? Girls, I'm audible or not?
मैम ऑडिबल, बट मैम मुझे स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रही.
बाकियों को दिख रही है क्या स्क्रीन?
बाकियों को दिख रही है क्या स्क्रीन?
Yes, yes, now it is visible.
X is less than or equal to X. हम लेस देन और इक्वल टू कह रहे हैं. एवरी रियल नंबर इज इक्वल टू इटसेल्फ होता है, तो वो लेस देन और इक्वल टू होता है. ओके, देयरफॉर R इज रिफ्लेक्सिव. Now let X is related to Y and Y related to X. So X related to Y implies what? X is less than or equal to Y. And Y related to X implies what? Y is less than or equal to X. So when this is possible, tell me. X is less than or equal to Y, or Y is less than or and Y is less than or equal to X. When this is possible, ऐसा कब हो सकता है? This is possible only
When
when
X
two
equal to
numbers are
Y.
same. Yeah. Therefore, R is antisymmetric. Okay. R is antisymmetric. So R reflexive हो गया, R antisymmetric हो गया. अभी बताओ, let X related to Y and Y related to Z. So that implies X is less than or equal to Y and Y is less than or equal to Z. जैसे कि 1 is less than 3. Less than or equal to चाहिए हमें, मैं लेस देन ले रही हूँ यहाँ पे, दोनों कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई होंगे. 3 is less than 5, right? So 1 is less than 5 होता है कि नहीं? Yes or no?
Yes.
हाँ. So
Yes, ma'am.
X is less than or equal to Y and Y is less than or equal to Z. Together imply X is less than or equal to Z. So that implies X is related to Z, implies R is transitive. Okay. So this is another example of partial order relation. देखो, the relation is reflexive, antisymmetric and transitive, and therefore R, that is X less equal Y, ये जो less equal relation है is a partial order relation. तो R comma less equal is a poset. Less equal, R comma less equal is a poset. Okay. So this is second standard example. First standard example of partial order is divides. This is less than or equal to. And now we will consider one more interesting example. Partial order relation. Finished writing? Finished writing, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let us go to the next example. These three examples you always have to remember as standard examples of partial order. Okay? Let S be any set. Let S be any set and P denotes the power set of S. Power set of S. What is power set? Anybody knows what is power set of a set? Have you heard this term before, power set?
No, ma'am.
Okay, power set of a set is the set of all subsets of that set. Okay? Power set of a set is the set of all subsets of that set. So P consists of all subsets of S. Okay? P consists of all subsets of S. It is also denoted by P of S. मतलब अगर आप A लेते हो अपना सेट तो P of A होगा वो पावर सेट. ओके, सो लेट PS कहते हैं हम, PS कहते हैं इसे टू अवॉइड. ओके, लेट P of S be the set of all subsets. ओके, जैसे कि एक एग्जांपल लेती हूँ, आपको बताती हूँ. एक सेट लिया मैंने S इज इक्वल टू A, B. Okay. So what are its subsets? Tell me. What are the subsets of this set? Yes, can anyone tell me subsets of this set? So many times you have done subsets. You can't tell me subsets? All possible subsets. SK. Trivial subsets कौन से होते हैं? The set is always subset of itself? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
And empty set is also subset of
And
everything.
empty set is also set of everything.
Yes.
So phi, empty set means phi. Okay. Then singleton A will be a subset or not? इसके सबसेट्स क्या क्या हो सकते हैं? एक ही एलिमेंट लिया मैंने A, या फिर एक ही एलिमेंट लिया B, कुछ भी एलिमेंट्स नहीं लिया तो phi. These are the subsets. All these are the subsets. Do you understand this concept?
Yes, ma'am.
अभी मैं दूसरा एक सेट लेती हूँ A B C. इसके सबसेट्स बताओ मुझे. पावर सेट का पावर सेट collection of all subsets.
Of all subsets of
बताओ A के पावर सेट्स.
A के पावर सेट्स.
Yes. Phi
A
A
B.
B
B.
C
C.
C
A B
A B
B. C.
B C
C
A. C.
A C
A. B. C.
and A B C, right?
and A B C, right?
Yes.
So how many subsets I'm getting here?
Here
Cardinality of A is 3.
cardinality of A is
Cardinality
3.
of power set is
Cardinality of power set is 8.
here. Cardinality of S is 2.
Here cardinality of S is 2.
And what is cardinality of
Four.
What
S?
is cardinality of S?
4.
So if cardinality of A is N,
Cardinality is N,
then cardinality of its power set should be
cardinality of its power set should be
2 and
2 raised to N. 2 raised to N.
S to N. So you know what is power set.
So you know what is power set.
अगर 4 एलिमेंट्स है सेट में,
अगर 4 एलिमेंट्स है सेट में तो
प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ.
please mute yourself.
If your set has 4 elements, then power set will have 2 raised to 4, that is 16 subsets. तो हमें ये जो पावर सेट है सेट का, इस पे रिलेशन डिफाइन करना है. देखो इस सेट पे हमें तो कितने भी एलिमेंट्स होने तो आपको पहले पावर सेट है क्या वो समझ में आना चाहिए. सो मैं इस पावर सेट से अभी एलिमेंट्स चूज करने वाली हूँ. फिनिश राइटिंग दिस बॉटम पार्ट. ये लिख के हुआ है ना?
Yes.
सेट में इस पावर सेट पे क्या रिलेशन में डिफाइन करने वाली हूँ? डिफाइन R on P of S as A is a subset of B. Okay, sorry, let me just write it carefully. A is related to B if and only if A is a subset of B or A is contained in B. This is the relation I'm defining on power set. Okay, so first you should know what is a power set. So we want to see whether this relation is reflexive, symmetric or antisymmetric, and or transitive. Okay, So let us do it one by one. First, the relation is reflexive or not, tell me. Reflexivity check करते हैं. Is this relation reflexive? Do you say A is subset of A? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, क्योंकि आपने यहाँ पे लिखा ना, पावर सेट लिखते वक्त आपने पूरा AB भी लिखा as its subset. So every set is a subset of itself. Okay? So we can write as every set is a subset of itself. We have A is subset of A for all A belong to power set of S. Okay, so this is true for every set. Every set. Phi is a subset of itself. Singleton A is a subset of itself. Singleton B is a subset of itself. AB is a subset of itself. Every set is subset of itself. And therefore, relation R is reflexive. Now let us see antisymmetric. It is not symmetric. It is antisymmetric. Sorry. If A comma B belong to P of S such that A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, then what should happen? Tell me. ये दोनों हो सकता है क्या? That A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A. For example, यहाँ पे देखो. For example, यहाँ पे देखो आप. ये दिख रहा है आपको सेट? Can you see this set P of S? ये वाला. Can you see girls?
Yes. Yes.
तो यहाँ पे देखो क्या हो रहा है.
तो यहाँ पे देखो क्या हो रहा है.
Singleton A is a subset of AB, है ना? So does it imply that AB is a subset of A? होता है क्या? अदर वे राउंड होता है क्या? Is it possible other way round?
No. No.
No.
AB is not a subset of
AB
A.
is not a subset of A.
So if this is happening, the sets must be equal. A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, then A must be equal to B. Then only it is possible, right? The sets must be same, and this is what is called as antisymmetric. Therefore, R is antisymmetric. Antisymmetry लिखो यहाँ पे, antisymmetry. Okay? Can we move further for transitivity? थर्ड देखते हैं ट्रांजिटिविटी. अभी मैं वो वाला एग्जांपल ले रही हूं. आपका सेट है सपोज S इक्वल टू ABC, 3 एलिमेंट्स है. तो उसके पावर सेट में कितने एलिमेंट्स होंगे? 8. सिंगलटन A, सिंगलटन B, सिंगलटन C, देन AB, BC, AC and ABC. तो इसमें मैं एक सेट लेती हूँ. देखो हमें क्या देखना है? A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C. Then A is a subset of C or not. ये हमें देखना है. ओके सो देखो यहाँ पे मैं लेती हूँ सिंगलटन A is a subset of AB. then I am taking singleton AB is a subset of ABC. Okay, so ये इसका subset है क्या फिर अभी? Can you say A is a subset of ABC?
Yes.
Yes, it is always like that, and therefore transitivity holds. Okay, so A is subset of B and B is subset of C, imply A is subset of C, and therefore R is transitive. Okay, so R is a partial order relation on P of S. On P of S, and we say that the set PS, comma, contained in is a poset. Okay, is a poset. Finished writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us just compare equivalence relation and partial order relation. Equivalence relation means reflexive, right? Symmetric, yes, and transitive also, right? Right? And it is not antisymmetric. As it is symmetric, it is obviously not antisymmetric. Now partial order relation, is it reflexive? Yes. Is it symmetric? Is it symmetric? Come on, girls.
Come on, girls.
Asymmetric.
It is antisymmetric. That means it is not symmetric. It is transitive, yes, and it is antisymmetric. Okay. So this is the comparison. Okay. So please remember all types of examples. This is very important concept. Okay, you will have to join the meeting again for attendance, girls. Huh? Before the meeting ends, I would like to give you one more very interesting example. Consider a set of real numbers R and define R1 on R as X R1Y if and only if X is strictly less than Y. Strictly less than. पहले हमने less than or equal to लिया था. Now I am taking strictly less than Y. So is this relation reflexive? Tell me. Quickly tell me. Is this relation reflexive? Every number is strictly less than itself होता है क्या?
No.
No. So this is not a reflexive.
No, so this is not a reflexive.
Is this symmetric?
No.
No. 1 is less than 3 है तो 3 less than 1 होता है क्या? नहीं होता है ना? And 1 is less than 1 नहीं होता है. Is it transitive? 1 is less than 3 and 3 is less than 5. So 1 is less than 5. So it is transitive.
So 1 is less than 5. So
This is an
So it is
example of
transitive.
relation
So-
which is neither reflexive nor symmetric but transitive. मैंने दिया था ना आपको होमवर्क में लिस्ट. Okay, so you can think about such interesting examples. Okay, rejoin back immediately for 10 minutes. Okay.